So this is our first stop on the tours that we give of the stadium. So this is the Schule Academic Center. So we always like to say this is the beginning of the process, particularly for new recruits for any of the sports. So they start their recruiting visit here in this space. It's the space that houses all of our academic staff, our compliance staff, and is a space that initially was opened in the mid-'80s when Bill Mallory was head coach. And so this was the football complex in its early stages. And then in 2011, Ames Schule gave us a nice gift that allowed us to refurbish this space, and it became an academic center from that standpoint, and services now all 650 student athletes here at IU. So you're in the student lounge for the student athletes. It's part of the Ames Schule Academic Center. So on any given day you would come through here, it would honestly be reminiscent of what you'd see in the Union Building on campus. So a lot of students in here just quietly studying or meeting with other groups of students working on school projects and that kind of thing. And so what's interesting, I think, about this space is when it was converted to the academic center, this was the space for our weight room for all of our student athletes. So imagine this size of a space trying to accommodate 600 plus student athletes every week to get their physical training in and weightlifting and that kind of thing. So when we go next door and you see the brand new weight room that came with the new building next door, you'll see what a difference it really is. So you're in the main team meeting room for IU football. So on game day, this is the first stop for all the players when they get off the buses. Again, majority of the team stays down at the Four Winds Resort the night before a home football game, and then when they get to the stadium area, they come here for a quick meeting with the head coach, and really any time the coach wants to address all 105 plus members of the team, this is where he does it. So the room can be split in two if by chance they want to have maybe offense or defense on one side or the other, or want to meet with them separately, they can do that in this room. But quite a difference from what the old team meeting room was back in the old academic center before it was the academic center. So huge upgrade for us, and again, a great recruiting tool for IU football. Just outside the team meeting room is our legacy wall, which obviously shows all the great IU football players we've had here through the years, so all of our All-Americans, all Big Ten performers, and obviously this is something we're always looking to try and add to as often as we can, and obviously we've had some great players here in the recent years, so their pictures now have been included among the others. Okay, so we're in the Wilkinson Strength and Performance Center. Again, a new addition as a part of the North End Zone building when we added that to the stadium. It is the largest multi-sport weight room of its kind in the country. A lot of other schools come here to IU and take a look at what we have. Again, a huge upgrade from what we used to have before this building was completed. There's roughly 150 pieces of equipment in here. It's not uncommon to see many teams in here at once, which is one of the great advantages with a 25,000 square foot facility like this. So the entire football team can be in here at one time, along with some other sports here as well. So a great addition, and an area of the building that is busy virtually from 6 in the morning probably until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So it's a busy place. So we're in Mellencamp Pavilion now. So this is our indoor practice facility for football, although there are a few other teams that use it here at IU. So actually, believe it or not, field hockey's administrative offices are down here at the other end of the field. So they do practice in here during inclement weather days, as do our two soccer teams, men's and women's. And a few others will come in here during the winter months just to get some workouts in here as well. But again, the primary team that uses this is football, and they generally move in here, obviously, once the weather starts to turn a little bit colder. Okay, so we're in Hinkey Hall of Champions. This is the top floor of the North End Zone building, which again was constructed in the late 2000s and was dedicated in 2009. So this room serves as a meeting room, a banquet facility during the week and during the weekends. On game days, we sell this to corporate groups, and also the 400, theater back or red seats in front of those are what you see in the North End Zone of the stadium. This room does have some interesting sports memorabilia from IU's history. A lot of football memorabilia, obviously, because we're in the stadium. The new addition to this here in recent weeks has been the Hall of Fame, so the Athletics Hall of Fame. Many of you remember the old watercolor prints that you always hung in the lobbies of Assembly Hall. Those have now been moved over here with the renovation of Simon Scott Assembly Hall. So that's, again, a new addition that we've just added. So, but a great space, and it's a lot of business. Okay, so we're on the last stop of our tours. This is the Stadium Club, which is the 4th floor of the press box here at Memorial Stadium. So this is an area where our varsity club donors sit. We have roughly 300 seats in this space. They are able to get food and beverage throughout the game up here with some special catering that we bring in for every game. It's a great seat, obviously a great vantage point for the game itself. Obviously a great seat to have once the colder months come along in the season, and it's definitely, I think the money's worth comes at that point for the folks who sit up here.